Welcome back to my channel. This is a reading for Cancer for the month of March 2023. Cancer, I just want to say this is looking pretty good for the month of March for you. We have some main cards out, which are the Ace of Swords, and again, it's for March 2023. And then the main card out again is the Ten of Cups, and we also have the Two of Wands. We have further out sort of energy around the Magician as well as the Ten of Swords, and we've got Temperance, and then we've got the Two of Cups. So following that, the clarifier is the Eight of Wands with the Two of Wands. And we also have the Knight of Wands clarifying the Ten of Cups, and we also have the Sun card clarifying the Ace of Swords. Final cards out, kind of the main energy is you here with the Page of Swords as well as the Ace of Wands. So there is definitely some new ideas, something that is coming through. You're really getting clear on the path in a big way this month in March. I feel like you're overall feeling a lot more happy, or happier. Sorry, a lot more happy. I mean, a lot happier overall with the turn of events here. It looks like there's a new money path. For some of you, this is going to look like a new job with the Ace of Pentacles, and for others, it's just literally a new money path, maybe some new venture that is increasing your income. Plus, we have the Two of Wands up here, so there's an indicator that something's making you very happy, and it does feel like it's around the family front here as well. But you are looking out to a new path here, and you might be sort of kind of spreading your wings here with the Knight of Wands, taking some action in a new direction is what I would say there. Could be ships coming in again, like I say, as normally I would say lots of money coming in if I saw a lot of pentacles, but what I see here is new beginning of things. You've got three new beginnings, three aces, so they're in some very significant areas of your life. So I feel like this is just the beginning of that path, but there is some rapid communication coming in around this new path that you're on. Again, we've got cards around the three, like the beginning cards, of course, are the Ace of Pentacles, still further out, but it is making you very happy hearing about some kind of communication that's coming in this month in March. As well, we have the Ace of Swords, and that is, the path has become clear. This could be even more than one opportunity that's coming through in terms of a job. And we also have the Ace of Wands. There's a certain level of creativity and ideas that seems to be prompting you this month to really take some action. Even though the action is Knight of Wands, kind of in and out, sort of fluctuating, I feel like you're ready for this new path, but you are still kind of healing from a place of war wounds, so to speak. Looks like it's in around a relationship sort of issue here, but you are fully protected here with the Temperance, and you're definitely in a place of, you might still be trying to manifest this relationship sort of back into being, and maybe it is trying to sort of resurrect itself for some of you, but the truth of the matter is that end was because it was a very hard truth of some sort that felt like a betrayal that's come through here. And again, we also have the Temperance card, so it does kind of play out that the situation is in a place of healing right now. So if it is going to be resurrected in some way, there would have to be some significant mental shifts in both parties, and there's probably a lot of triggers still around there that you'd have to consider. But either way, there's a lot of really good cards here that are kind of standing out. So we'll just flesh it out here, and we'll just kind of dig deep and get right into things. So again, when we talk about the Ace of Swords, you definitely have some new patterns here coming in, because this is you're really kind of picking yourself up in a few different ways. Like you're really looking at things with a whole new set of eyes here from a very, very positive, from a very positive outlook. And I think that's the best place to make decisions is, not when you're brooding and in a dark place, but when you are really starting to get clear on the path and you're really able to, feel the momentum coming in from this new adventure. And that's really where I feel you're at. So of course, like, that's right. All these aces seem to be around like the new beginning here with this happy path. So, you've got two tens with the 10 of cups and the 10 of swords. So whatever ended over here, definitely you're in a new space here with the 10 of cups. So this is positive, relationships, happy family. This is where you have good relationships, that you're feeling much more connected, and community or friendships, that kind of thing. Just seem like there's a lot more loving humor kind of excitement around this month, because again, it could even be good, just feeling like you belong somewhere again, where you previously felt some kind of disconnection. We also have the card of again, this is further out though with the Ace of Pentacles. So right now you're just reconnecting with things again, or people, and it just feels like, everything is just starting to open up, because everything is Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, new start, happy, fun times ahead here with, optimistic, and it feels like there's actual divine enlightenment that's coming through here as well. With that Ace of Swords and that Sun card, that is huge enlightenment. It's like you've had some kind of epiphany, like, this is what I'm going to do. This is, how I am going to move forward. And I just feel a lot more optimistic in the path. So again, aces are all about that new beginning, but you're just at the new beginning. So there's not a lot of, it's more about the potential that is, that can be worked through, and it's a learning process anytime you're starting something new. But it's just letting you know that this is a time for you to take some action, because you have a lot of new beginnings ahead here, and you are taking some action because we do have the Knight of Wands here. So again, with that Ace of Swords, just kind of getting right back into it, it is a card of achieving and winning a battle of some sort. So it feels like the battle that you were winning here is over your, maybe a negative mindset, because the Sun coming in here is, this is something that's making you incredibly happy here. Something that is allowing you to feel like you've got a clearer perception and just some new truth, but it's feeling like you are connected more to a situation. So again, like when we get right into the Sun card, you could be dealing with a younger person here as well. But the Sun is the ultimate, or one of the ultimate cards of, feeling very excited about the journey ahead. You're just feeling a lot more optimistic, like there is something to look forward to, and you're really excited about the outcome here. So again, it's good luck, it's achievement, all of that comes through with that card. And it's definitely, spending time with, friends and family and all of that. And good things are coming your way, like celebrations are all sort of around that kind of energy here as well. And it's really kind of a charismatic sort of energy here as well with the Knight of Wands. So you might be coming off as a lot more charismatic with the Knight of Wands. But it definitely speaks to really happy, successful kind of time that's coming through. And I feel like, as I say, the happier times are ahead here, and you're just in this space of, I just feel like I'm reconnecting with everything. I really feel like I have a better understanding of myself. It's breakthrough energy. It's real personal power, growth, setting you back on the path here. So it's, it's a lot of happiness in the month of March coming through for you. So we've already kind of gone through that 10 of Cups energy. I'll just sort of set the other card to the side here with the Ace of Pentacles. But again, we'll just kind of go into the Knight of Wands. And again, this could be you for sure. You could be a younger person that is coming through, because I feel a lot of young energy in this reading. There's a Knight of Wands, there's the Page of Pentacles, and the Sun card. So it feels like there's a lot of invigorating kind of energy here. So if it's not speaking to actual people, it's definitely about that kind of youthful aspect that's coming in. So with the Knight of Wands, like I said, I mean, this is a card of of taking action. Even though with the Page of Swords in around this new idea, I feel like you're really having to do some research here. It can be a card of some quick actions that are required, and able to, to start or quick words or something that needs to come out with that with that Page of Swords and the Ace of Wands. But it feels like it's very clever energy and very successful implementation of like an idea of some sort, because the Ace of Wands, like I said, is just, it's a really creative card, a really creative beginning, and it's just like a spark of something that's just taken you over, that's really kind of bringing you back to life. So Ace of Wands, like I said, I just feel like you're in a place where you've got amazing ideas coming through this month, and you really have the capability to bring it forward, to really make a success of things. So, and again, especially too, because it goes from the Ace to the Two of Wands, there is progression in this area all around. So again, new ideas, new jobs, more than one is what I see here, but you're really turning something into a successful reality for yourself. And again, with the card of the Two of Wands, in some decks, it's a ship coming in, but it's also partial success. So Aries, Sagittarius, Leo people might be involved here, but this is feeling that you're in a place where you're like at a halfway point. Now, what do I do? How do I get to this, develop this personal goal now that I've made the choice? What's the support that I need to kind of implement something and make it happen? Are there mentors around me that I can, help me to make these favorable changes? Who can I get that's good advice, that will help me to fulfill these promises that I make to myself or to others, that kind of thing, so that I can really advance. But either way, it's, energies around the wands are always, movers, shakers, really advancing something forward very quickly. And that's exactly what I see here. This has really excited you on the path here. So again, we've got Ace of Wands, we've got Knight of Wands, there's Eight of Wands, there's Two of Wands. Like, there's a lot of energy and excitement on so many levels. So there's something that's really bringing you back to life. When we get right into, and again, it's such a progression with the wands that, I mean, even when we get to the Eight of Wands, there's a lot of energy around, excitement for this new path. And of course, the Eight of Wands is that information card as well. So what was delayed is really coming in swiftly. So it feels like it could be communication in around this new path with a new job, some new direction, but this is definitely manifestation, positive manifestation. There's action all over this reading. And again, fresh ideas. It's very exciting time for you in the month of March. When we get down to the Knight of Wands, again, it can be sort of a take charge, moving in their energy, very excited to bring these changes. It's a very exhilarated sort of energy, but it's also opportunity for possible advancement in a particular area. Like I said, so for some of you, this could be a new job, but it's bold actions, adventure that all come through here. And this could be just somebody who's really an enthusiastic young person that is embracing changes ahead here. So again, it's a new adventure, and it definitely Sagittarius also comes through here also in the read, but very fiery kind of energy all around. When we get to the Ace of Pentacles, this is a very grounded energy. So this still speaks to there being a, this is energy that you're moving into that is going to create more of a stable environment for yourself. So whenever an ace comes out, it doesn't mean guaranteed advancement, that it will follow through exactly as planned, but it does mean the potential is there because it is an earth element. So it does mean that this is where you can achieve some material success, but it does still require the work and the effort, and to stay grounded while you are using your common sense. Things don't just appear out of thin air. It does require action. Every thought requires action to bring it into our physical reality. But it is still an abundant sort of card of good fortune and security. So whatever this path is, you just need to, stay grounded and just keep building on it, because it's a material path that can turn into form, once you put your ideas into action here. And that's what I see, is a lot of ideas coming through here, a lot of enlightenment and a lot of excitement and happiness, to move in this direction, because it is a path that's very grounded. I see more so less about, huge financial gain, and more about very practical energy, new money path, and lots of excitement around something here. Of course, the Magician indicates that there is something that you've manifested, or you've been manifesting. Still feels like for some of you, this is in around a connection that you've been trying to manifest, because the Magician is trying to work with everything in balance. balance. So this is still something that is requiring some work to create this union, again, because there's the Two of Cups there. So it doesn't have to be a physical, connection to somebody. It could be just a passion path that you're interested in. But either way, the Magician is still a card of trying to harness that energy and make something happen. You have the skills, and even when you have the skills, doesn't mean you have all the skills right now. It means that you have all the skills at this time to start the path, but you would still continue on building up your powers of creation, building up your power, your skill set, building up your confidence, building up, but you have enough to get started with that is securing the path. So this is teaching you that you have the ability to kind of draw from all planes of reality, from the physical to the mental to the energetic wands, and everything, all of the swords, everything you have on the cups. It's all of those, wound into one, and that is where you can start to choose the right tools for the right situation. So it means knowing the path ahead. As a magician, you know what to pull out of the your bag of tools, so to speak, to be able to implement for the best strategy to build up your personal power in a situation. So you're not harnessing everything all at one time. It's using your resources wisely, based on the corresponding situation is really what that kind of speaks to. So again, the Magician really does have all of the tools, all of the accessories, all of the things required to kind of advance a connection. But again, knowing that you have the tools is not the same as implementing them in a particular way. So it's like a writing situation. There are movies and things that can be written, or great ideas that can be expanded upon, but it's the way that it's expanded upon that makes the difference. An idea can be a great idea, but if it's not expanded upon in a great and developed in a strong enough way, it can still fall short. So again, it's how you implement those tools, to create balance and equality. And that's what's happening here too. This is about trying to create balance and equality here with the Two of Cups. But it does also speak to possibly some kind of an ending to a relationship, and maybe there's a new one up ahead here, or this is just some kind of relationship that is, kind of in a renewal, or you're trying to renew and bring back from the dead, so to speak, and reconcile in some way. But there is some sense of partnership that could be that you're still trying to manifest here with that energy. So maybe it's a supportive friendship that you want at this time, but you are protected, so you're okay to kind of move into this direction. But there's a hard level of lessons that have been learned at this stage. So it's, take the lesson with you. Don't go in blindly. Take the lesson with you. Make sure you stay with your boundaries, and make sure that you're not testing the other person so much as and you're not blindly going in fully open to have your heart broken again. But at the same token, it's about compromise, negotiate, seeing a relationship almost as a business of sorts, because you are having to negotiate the terms. What is it that you both want? How can you both, manifest the best out of each other, and not expecting to, the other person to anticipate your needs. It's really about communicating well on that basis also. But again, for the most part, so much of this reading is really about you just being in a very excited, energetic place about the path ahead here. You have some kind of new job or new opportunity. You're seeing the world in a different way. There's a lot more excitement, a lot more ideas, and it just feels like you are on a really amazing path ahead. So I'll just kind of flesh it out just a little bit more, but for the most part, I think everything is pretty self-explanatory here. Ace of Swords, like I said, you're really in a place. All aces are all about that new beginning, like I said. It's for sure new ideas, creative potential, power in a lot of different ways. Things still being on the early stages of things, but it is still impulsive kind of energy still that's coming through here. Flirty energy also. flirty energy around something that is making you happy. That could be a very grounded situation, but it's still, again, it's a promise of something that is not a guaranteed promise, but it's a promise of something that could go a certain way based on your actions and all of that. And of course, with the Two of Wands, there is the real potential for, you know, success and going in this direction. It's a very sorry, one sec here, guys. I'm just going to turn my light back on. But it definitely speaks to a working partnership. Sorry, it speaks to a working partnership as well. And again, that Magician is, you know, in the Knight of Wands, lots of spark and recapturing sort of a relationship, or lots of spark, a lot of physical attraction too, if that is the direction for some of you moving in. But like I said, it's still developing. It's still developing, and it's just having to be skillful in the way that you recapture this particular situation. So whether this is recapturing a spark in a connection, or recapturing a friendship, or recapturing some kind of spark within yourself in terms of you know, finding new life and a new direction as far as your goals, your destiny. You're just finding a way to use old skills in a new way. But either way, it's a successful manipulation, or successful skillful way of using these tools, you know, because you are really, you've done some learning here. You've done some, there's some deep work, some real insight with these cards. And this is allowing you to move to the next level, because again, you've got 2 10s here. So hard learned lessons, and then on to happiness. And you're in that stage right now where this month is just going to allow you to, you know, just, you know, clear up problems, you know, almost seems spontaneously, you know, because you've got some sense of whatever was missing from your life returning. There's a flare of excitement here again. So, and it does feel, like I said, like there is some very strong, there's some very strong kind of energy around this being, it's creating a lot of excitement for you, and but it's a very grounded connection. So maybe whatever the potential is in this situation with a person, or even just in terms of this new path, it feels like you're overly excited, because it's almost like you've broken through some heavier energy, and you're just like ready to dive right in here. But like I said, Knight of Wands is still that energy of kind of in, out, kind of just, it's a flirty sort of energy here, but it is in around something that's making you happy. It's a new kind of experience, but it's also rapid development around this, you know, this emotional situation. Again, for some of you, it'll be a creative communication, or something that's communication of some sorts coming through here, but there's lots of creativity. So maybe you're just being extra creative in the way that you deal with this new situation, whether again this is a new business prospect, or if it's a new relationship or a spark. Something that you are doing is helping you to, you know, it's a path with a heart. It's really a path of compassion, but with the Knight, sorry, a path of, I don't know if it's so much a path of the heart. That's really not quite what I meant to say. But because you've got Knight of Wands energy here, so this is really a path of, that you're passionately tied to. Like, it's something that just brightens you right up. So like I said, I mean, you're kind of jumping in here. It's kind of traveler energy. It is very deep spiritual sort of centering kind of energy as well, with the Ace of Swords and the Sun card and the Knight of Wands. But it's really, you know, it's almost like you found something that you were looking for, is kind of what that sort of speaks to. But yeah, but either way, things are really speeding up this month, and it definitely feels like you've got you're really in pursuit of something specific, and I feel like it is going to move forward for sure in some way here this month. But you're feeling really confident, enthusiastic about this new direction either way. So yeah, I'll just maybe just touch on a few other little cards here, but then we'll wrap it up. So again, Ace of Pentacles is still further out. You're not quite right there yet, but you did get some communication. You did get some kind of epiphany moment. You are excited about it. Even though the Ace of Pentacles is where it's headed, it isn't there yet, but it is still the start of something that could be very, you know, very prosperous, or something that's very, could be autumn, that sort of signifies here with that card, but it's definitely about timing is what's going to happen here. This is about timing on this situation. But for some, like I say, for some reason, there's like a lot of communication coming through. So for the most part, Ace of Pentacles, and again, the Ace of Wands, these are still a little further out. So maybe I was a little premature in saying that it's right here this month, but something's exciting you about this. So there might be some level of an offer, more than one offer I see coming through here. And this could even be in terms of a relationship offer here as well, but it just feels like there's some kind of communication or reconnection or connection of some sort here that's coming in to sort of balance you out this month. And again, of course, the Temperance card is all about that as well. Ace of Pentacles, again, new business, you know, opportunity, but it could be something that, if you wanted it to be long-term security, it could be for you because of the type of energy here that's all around balance. And again, in terms of relationships, this is sort of a major change from this energy over here of Ten of Swords, and it's really kind of operating itself into moving into some kind of like huge, passionate kind of connection. Like I said, a lot of fiery energy here. So anyway, I should just leave it at that, because I mean, it pretty much speaks to itself. I might just touch on, again, that Temperance energy still speaks to the same. Keep the balance. Do not let your emotions get out of whack here, because the Temperance card is one of doing the right thing, you know, like always staying into the middle ground here. So don't let things get too out of whack, because otherwise that can, because there's so many wands energy here, I feel like you could, you know, very easily kind of go off kilter if you don't temper it down just a little bit. It's good to be excited about things, but you know that right for this moment, keep yourself in check, because the Temperance card is a key to focusing your attention on balance and energy and keeping the peace and all of those things, because it's still kind of the alchemist of the, between this combination of the Magician and the Temperance, it's like the alchemist in transferring, you know, things from, bringing things from the unconscious to the conscious, because you're definitely in a place of, you know, having felt some deeper emotions and so on here, but you're trying to find the right mix. You know, you're trying to find, how do I mix and match the balance here so that I don't get into this space over here with the Ten of Swords. And that requires, of course, compromise and tolerance and finding the middle ground, no judging, you know, just really looking for a way to stay calm, accept, be neutral, don't personalize. You know, success isn't going to be instantaneous, but your perseverance will pay off, and it's still a lot of energy around just being flexible and taking the time to get to know a person, or, you know, taking the time to balance out some kind of new connection here with somebody. And again, this could be a good friend or somebody that's come into your life that's really positively influencing you, but it just feels like you're combining, or needing to figure out a way to combine your energies so that it's a blending of the situation, like blending. I don't want to say blending of opposites, because it doesn't feel, it feels like a mutual kind of connection. It doesn't feel like it's a blending of opposites. It feels like it's a mutual connection here. Anyway, that's what I have for you, Cancer, and that's for the month of March 2023. Keep moving forward, never give up. Until next time.